Hello, everybody, and welcome. I just interrupted Travis when I started the recording, but how's it going? We're here for another custom card design challenge. If you don't know what these are, I pose to our Discord members a challenge to design some custom cards for. Then we look at them, talk about them, and then give them crowns for the ones that are our favorites. We each have a crown to give out, and like last time, we have a slide that we can each put our crown on a card, which is really nice. We currently have another one. I have challenge 9 and 10 going on the Discord right now. Nice. So if you want to participate, there's a link down in our video description. Join in, make a card, and maybe we'll talk about it in a video. Maybe. Yeah. When I say talk about it, I mean sometimes shit talk about it as well. You know,
Well, it's not a problem if you just design good cards.
Yeah, right. We punch because we love, but we also love because we love. It's, you know, I'm sure some abusive person has said that before, so maybe I need to get that checked out. All right, let's rock with our first card here. Oh yeah, our theme, I guess it's on the screen. Design a card with both the Miskatonic and Illicit traits.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Yeah, it's a nice little softball. Let's see what they come up with. First one out here from Drakians. This
exactly
is
as I imagined.
Yeah, Secret Rogue, multi-class, yeah. Shady Lecturer, this is a 3-cost asset. Ally Miskatonic Illicit. I imagine probably should have the ally slot if it's being an ally, but it doesn't. Uses 0 credibility. As a reaction, after you successfully investigate by 2 or more, put a resource on Shady Lecturer as a credibility. As an action, you can spend 2 credibility and exhaust Shady Lecturer, investigate. If you succeed, gain 2 resources. If you fail this test, discard Shady Lecturer. And he says, my resume, I think I left it in the car. The upgraded version is 2 experience, also has 0 credibility. As a reaction, after you successfully investigate by 2 or more, put a resource on Shady Lecturer as a credibility. And as an action, you can spend X credibility and exhaust Shady Lecturer. Investigate. If you succeed, gain X resources. If you fail this test, discard Shady Lecturer.
It's like a 1 XP upgrade, I think. I don't think I'd pay 2 for that. But I also probably wouldn't put this in my deck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, so he's like...
Like, maybe if it's actually slotless. Right? But
yeah.
I think like having the Miskatonic trait is like in yellow practically slotless.
It's not, but like
yeah,
it kind of is. It's not though.
It is. I like the flavor of this card. There's like, yeah, I got my degree from this college in Romania that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
No, don't go looking for it. You won't find it.
Yeah. And he learned.
Small.
He's copying you, and he's like, I can do this, and then he does it, and he's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about this card, about the design of it, is that it hits a lot of like rogue and seeker things together. Like this feels, I think, like a multi-class card. It has a succeed by 2, which yellow also does touch into.
It has a good job on that.
The gaining resources. It is also like a burning the midnight oil. I think it does a really nice job hitting those notes of it. So like it's a multi-class card that actually feels like a multi-class card. Yeah, and I think
it's not hybrid. It's actually like dual colored.
Yeah. And I think the flavor, as you say, Bryn, it tells a good story, and it works for like an illicit Miskatonic guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not actually a professor; he's a con man, but you know.
Yeah, I would like to see
like
something else, either the upgrade be 1 experience, or there'd be something else on the action. Maybe you have to succeed. Maybe just like have it do a damage to him if you fail instead of discarding him. And you get like 1 free use. Or like, would also be on theme to have the investigate action be you have to succeed. If you succeed by 2, you gain 2 resources, and then spend X. If you succeed by at least X, gain X. But then there's also that could be like level 0 probably if you spend X and succeed by X.
Yeah, if it's like you gotta succeed by, like the level 0 is like if you succeed by 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
What if the action on the bottom was a lightning bolt? But like if you don't succeed by that,
yeah, I think that'd be sick. Yeah.
It's probably like a 3 experience upgrade, but yeah, a free investigate action where you can just like. Because you don't have to spend credibility, right? You can just be like, I investigate at 0 for a lightning bolt.
Yeah, you probably also have
0,
to. You probably also would have to spend at least spend 1 credibility.
Spend 1 or more.
I'm curious for the upgraded version how it would be where like instead of a reaction, it was an exhaust, and it's by how much you succeed by put that much credibility. So like he learns quicker.
That'd also be neat too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that I agree though. Like it could be one of those things that I think you could either way play around with it.
It's neat design, but like the upgrade needs some tweaking. Level 0 I think is pretty solid. Assuming that there's an ally slot there.
Yeah. Sick. All right. See what our next card is. From OT, this is Cheat Sheet. This is a 3 experience, 1 cost Item Miskatonic Illicit asset in the rogue class. I might have already said that. I kind of get lost when I start reading the cards. It uses 0 secrets as a reaction. After you succeed at a non-book test, place 1 resource from the token bank on cheat sheet as a secret. As a reaction, when you would fail at a book test, exhaust cheat sheet and spend X secrets, where X is the amount you would fail by. You succeed by 0 instead.
That's a red card.
If I learn education, I don't have time to learn anything else. Yeah, this is. I mean, I like it. I think the concept of it's neat, but it is definitely like
It's a survivor.
it's a survivor card. Just like, yeah, it's a lucky, like, right, it's one of those things. And I mean, we've kind of seen that in like Hit Me lives in Rogue, but that's the gambling part of the card, not the lucky part of the card.
They could have flipped around, said when you would succeed at a book test, you could exhaust it and spend X secrets to succeed by X instead.
Yeah, that'd be
And
very
then that
Rogue.
would be like less experienced, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be like when you reveal a token during a test, like probably non-symbol because whatever. You can spend like resources equal to the modifier to flip the mod.
Yeah, exactly, like the
that's, that's like a green way to run that effect.
100%.
Because I think the rest of the card feels like fairly green.
Like the flavor is green, yeah, but the effect itself is red.
So like the top effect is not red because red doesn't succeed at tests. Red just bumbles their way through crap.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. You succeed at things.
If it, yeah, I mean, there would be like if the top one was like after you fail at a non-book test, place a thing on it, and it was like instead of cheat sheet, it was like doing your best, learn to be your best, you know. But like, I do like the whole. Was that Ace in the Hole, the one that flips it? No, Ace is the
it's Sure Gamble.
Sure Gamble, yeah. I think like a Sure Gamble style thing would definitely hit more on the green side. It probably, I mean, like because Sure Gamble is 3 experience is
Sure
exceptional.
Gamble is also 3 XP.
Yeah. So,
I think there's like enough work that goes into
that it balances on that.
Like because you're not gonna flip a -1.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
Unless
So we're looking at flipping like a -2 or better. So we gotta like pass other like. Maybe it has to be like twice as many as the modifier or whatever, but.
It would be fun to plop down like a Thieves' Kit action deck, and you're just like doing a million things, you know, using your foot for it, and then you're just like, I'm never gonna fail again. This is with the Sure Gamble idea. Like the succeed by 0, I think it's neat, but it definitely reads more Survivor to me. Yeah. Sweet. All right, next card here. We got from Akanos. This is a Smuggling student, a 3-cost, 3 experience, ally Miskatonic Illicit. Takes up an ally slot in the Rogue and Seeker class. He also soaks for 2 and 2. Uses 1 Seeker, replenish the secret at the start of each round. As a reaction, after Smuggling student enters play, search 9 cards of your deck for a tome or illicit asset and attach them to them. Shuffle your deck. The attached asset takes up no slots, and secrets on Smuggling student can be spent as if they were secrets, ammos, or supplies on that asset. At the end of the upkeep phase, you must either spend 1 resource or discard Smuggling student and the attached asset.
That seems really good.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Like really good.
Okay, I have a question. Why don't they just like? I feel like it's in like every card game that like when it says search, I feel like when it says look through your deck, there should just be like an implication that it always requires you to also shuffle. You know?
Yeah.
And it just bothers me. I don't know why. I had like a little, like halfway through my brain was like yelling at me like ah. Anyways, the card, yeah, it does seem strong. Like I would rather it be like
I think it comes from templating issues where a lot of the times you don't search the top 9 cards, you look at the top 9 cards and you add 1 to your hand or something like that, depending on the game, and then so there isn't an implicit you shuffle your deck after that because you just looked at them. Why couldn't you just?
Well, in
it makes more sense
games,
to look at them.
You shuffle because you're not allowed to
ever
have information about the order of cards in your deck.
I know,
so.
But you look at them and you put them back on top. It'd be like, sure, we're searching it. Like I think that if you're searching a set number, you should be looking at a set number of cards. Searching should be reserved for like searching your entire deck.
Yeah,
but it has to be search in order for Shocked Rabbi at all to work.
I know it does now, but I
from the
disagree
beginning.
with
From the beginning, yeah.
No, I think this card, like, We're probably looking at maybe this should cost 4 XP because that puts us in line with Abigail Foreman, who does something not entirely dissimilar to this.
I think also like I would have enjoyed to like if the secret didn't replenish each turn too, because I think like that's pretty powerful, right? Like you can't do things where it's like Necronomicon, right? Because you only get like one secret each turn and it's replenished. But like even just like having a gun that like never ends kind of just like defeats the purpose of like the design of a gun.
Yeah,
right?
even Necronomicon though, that's like extremely powerful where you get a secret every turn and instead of drawing 6 cards with it, now you get to draw 12 over the course of several turns.
Well, I don't think. Oh,
why can't you can use the secret in combination with the ones on it.
I don't.
Yeah, but
I read you can't. That
Why
was
not?
my because it's.
It says you can spend them as if they were on that asset. So it would be like the amount they're on that asset plus one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
your Necronomicon effective is 7, you spend 2, next turn you get 1 back, you're back to 6, you spend 2, you're down to 5.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't, for some reason, for me, when it's attached, like I guess it's not because, like when it becomes attached, it becomes like in my head, like I look at like Diana Esperance, like you're playing off of her reaction. But then there's El Rubash, where you attach, you can actually use the cards attached to her. So this attach, yeah, no, that does.
Same thing with Abigail Foreman, like you can use the books attached to her normally, right?
I've only played Abigail Foreman once, and I don't know what she says off the top of my head.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can use it normally. She just like
You do
you
it once as a
can
lightning
do
bolt.
it. When you do it, you can like you get a reaction to do it again for free.
Then yes, it is very good with the
lightning bolt
Necronomicon.
on her
Yeah.
is like attach something to her.
Yeah. So yeah, like the replenish is bad, or like it was like, I like the like once again I actually think this feels Rogue Seeker, like because we're also splashing into the hired muscle space near the bottom part of the card, caring about Tome or Illicit, working with each of them, which is neat. But yeah, probably 4 to be aligned with Abigail, or like some sort of limit on.
Yeah, I mean,
secrets.
it could even be like templated similar to Triggerman, where it costs money to activate the thing.
Yep.
But you can spend the resource or the like the secret is though it were on the card.
Yeah, and then you could like potentially lose the bottom part of it. With
Like we eat that bottom first force text and we replace it with like
a Trigger Man type thing.
Like abilities on the card cost an extra resource to play.
Yep.
I think you should also probably have 1 health instead of 2.
Yeah, maybe.
It's more in line with most Miskatonic allies.
Yeah,
Miskatonic allies are fragile as hell. But this guy's showing up into the dean's office, and the dean's like, "So you're failing physics?" And he's like, "I have a gun."
Yeah, he's like, "You are passing physics." Yeah. Nice. Yeah. All right. Next one we got here from Cameron D. This is Academic Ghostwriting, a 1-cost, 2 experience asset in the Seeker class. Talent Miskatonic Illicit. As a reaction, when you discover any number of clues, exhaust Academic Ghostwriting. Another investigator at your location discovers that many clues instead. Then gain 2 resources.
That's kind of sick, actually. I think that's a fun card. Like, this is, like, insane for Roland. You shoot a guy, you just get 2 resources. You guys still get the clues. It's really good with working a hunch.
Yep.
Imagine the garbage you could do if your teammate is Trish.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really silly with, like, scene of the crime, where you can be like, so that guy's gonna discover you being murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
He walks around and he's like, oh no, I'm looking at it. There's a murder here. Oh, there's a murder here, yes.
There's about to be a murder here. You're going to find it.
Yeah.
It's that guy over there. I'm gonna beat him to death with this hammer.
No, I think that's a really neat design, actually.
I think it is kind of cool.
It's not overly strong.
No, it's like pretty well in line with things that do that kind of effect.
Like burglary, kind of.
Burglary doesn't do anything. That card is so bad.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I mean more like what do you call it? Effect is too harder. Do shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drawing thin. That's what it's called.
Yeah, drawing thin.
Drawing thin. I know what cards are called in this game. I can read.
I think I also really like it. I like the practical uses of it. Like you just like play like for certain scenarios, it's important who has clues, and you can like divvy them out. Like this is like an easy thing in like Lost in Time and Space to like get someone the clues they need to get where they need to go. I think my only thought is I would want it to cost 2 because then I think like it has like one activation where it's matching and then it starts going profit. I think.
That's kind of fair.
Just because I think like I see this and I see a repeatable burning the midnight oil, right? And that's pretty good for just like 1. I think like 2 at least like slows it down slightly.
It's like 1 burn the midnight oil a turn.
It's not a problem for yellow. We know this because Dr. Milan exists.
Yeah, it's true. No, that is true. Right? I guess you look at that as well, right? Yeah. Sweet, nice card.
Yellow just gets to cheat.
They do.
That's so many.
Green
Well, that's the illicit part, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're so good it feels like cheating.
We got from Fresnoth. This is Pilfer the Answers. This is a 2-cost 3 experience event. It's a Miskatonic, Illicit, and Tactic. Who would have thought? Limit 1 per deck. Search your bonded cards for a copy of the answer key and add it to your hand. After playing Pilfer the Answers, remove this card from the game. The answer key is bonded. This is an item illicit Miskatonic tome. I love they got illicit Miskatonic on both. You don't get bonus points, but we appreciate it. Takes up a hand slot. Bonded Pilfer the Answers uses 3 answers. If answer key has no answers, move from the game. As a reaction, when you would reveal a chaos token, spend 1 answer. Exhaust the answer key and take 1 direct horror. Do not reveal a token. Instead, treat the result as if you drew an Elder Sign.
They should probably just be secrets instead of answers, but...
Yeah, but if they're secrets, then you can, like, juice the card again.
Yeah, I know.
And if they're answers, you can't.
It would be secrets if they printed it, though. You know it would.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's yellow, so...
Probably should...
What is an answer that's hidden from people if not a secret, anyway?
I feel like this one should actually be, like, Seeker Mystic.
Take a direct horde, you not reveal it.
I mean, that type of effect is a mystic effect.
Yeah, right, like...
Getting to replace the token with a different token.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking direct horror, Elder Sign, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mystic card.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
But... I mean, it is also an illicit. You're stealing the answers to a test, right? Like the flavor of the card is
the
really
bonded
nice.
card is purple, so like you can only play in yellow decks. It's just kind of a thing.
I do appreciate the effort that went into this to keep this from like being degenerate.
Yes, yes.
You got it's a bonded card, so you can't search it out of your deck, and on top of that, it's you remove the card that puts it into your deck from the game. You're only allowed 1 copy of it, and you have removed the answer key once it has no answers.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of protection to just make sure it doesn't just get...
Yeah, we're not just like...
And we have answers
skipping
instead
tokens.
of secrets.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's a lot of safeguards
Yeah.
to make sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why like these cards like you could be like Mystic too. So, you know, make it tricolor. I don't give. I mean, actually, there's no really rogue in this card. Like, do you guys see a rogue?
It's like the front half.
Because it's bad?
Yeah.
You know?
You toss like 3-foot icons on there, boom, baby, you got a rogue card.
Let's go.
I mean, and this is also something...
It can just be like a foot, a punch, and a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
true.
foot punch
Cool.
book, no brain. We only need brain here.
It's also one of those things that when I was hoping this, I'd see some cards that like Finn, you know, like, oh, this would be fun in Finn, and like there are been some like that the one that you can pass the clue is a seeker only that Finn could play, which is really neat. And I would have loved to see this kind of be like a purple card, and it's like, oh, okay, you know. But I like the flavor on this one a lot.
Yeah, if it was a purple card, it would have to be like scrying the answers. Or
Yes, yeah. Oh, I went ahead. Whoops. All right, well, we're here. We're here.
Okay.
All right, so this is from Okrai. This is Forbidden Studies. 4-cost, unfinished. This is an asset item. Illicit, Miskatonic, and Science. As an action, deal 1 direct damage to an investigator or ally at your location. Place 1 resource on Forbidden Studies from the resource pool on this card as a secret. If this defeats an ally asset, place 1 additional resource on this card. Forced, after the 5th secret is placed on Forbidden Studies, discard Forbidden Studies and heal damage from an investigator or ally at your location, recording your campaign log that you've made a breakthrough in your research.
Finally, a use for my medical students.
Die! Here's the upgraded version. So I like this. This is going on like the lines of what we saw from the Circle Undone multi-class cards, where they upgrade into their individual classes. The accelerant injection is on the rogue side. This is 2 experience, exceptional, permanent, researched. As a lightning bolt exhausts forbidden studies, attach an ally asset you control this card. Double the printed numbers on the attached asset. Just sorry, comprehending that for a second. Okay. Take 1 additional action with Leo Anderson. Now becomes take 2.
Two? Like, that's not a number. That's a number word.
It's a number word, but isn't that a number?
No, it's not a number. It's like a
He'll cost 12
He'll cost.
while he's in play,
Yeah.
which probably doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
Trigger Man gets to shoot
But,
at
yeah.
8.
Shoot at 8? Okay. Alright, let's...
Yeah, get up the vine.
we gotta
Get up
pull
the
some
vine.
stuff out. We gotta see where... Alright. Joey the Rat, spend 2 resources.
Spend
Let's
4
go.
resources.
While you have 20 more resources with Dario Alameen,
you get
let's
plus
go.
two plus two.
Yeah, but you get plus
4 and you gain 4
Yeah, you gain
resources.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty good.
Okay.
Like, is probably actually.
Yeah,
what
so
it would take,
Leo
right?
is just an additional
Yeah.
action, so Leo doesn't double there. Gregory Guy comes in with 18 resources. You can spend up to 6 if you exceed by that amount. Well, actually, only comes in with 9. He still comes in with 9.
Like,
yeah.
he won't enter, but you can like gamble him out of money real quick.
Longest +2 punch.
2 resources, heal 2 damage, heal 2 horror,
Also takes 4 and 6.
which is really
which is
nice.
pretty wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is kind of fun.
It is kind of fun. Henry won. So,
Draw 2 cards or get 4 resources. Oh my god,
so you choose to stop. Yeah, the 1 is printed as a 1.
that's not a number.
It is not a number, but at the same time, it is also a number. But
I mean, like, so.
all right, let's get to freaking.
Those
Let's
3
get some
costed
experienced
ones.
ones.
Yeah. Treasure, spend 2 resources.
Let's go. Soaks for 4 and 4. Gives you
That's
plus
actually
2
kind of
gold.
wild for 1 money.
Priest of 2 Faiths doesn't do anything. You can add
Priest
2
of
curse
4
tokens.
faiths,
Let's
baby.
go. Priest of 4 Faiths.
He's a 1 cost soaks for 4 and 4.
It seems
Use
like
1 cost
yeah.
soak 4 and 4. Like, you put 2 curse tokens in every turn.
Yeah, but if you're a curse
Your
deck,
curse deck, that's
just
great.
plus 2 seems sick for Catbug, and then he soaks for 4 and 4. Leo DeLuca is just here. Chuck. All right, I want to get to the big Chuck first. Let's also get to the
He doesn't have numbers on him.
yeah.
You get +2 each of those skills. That's kind of neat.
Oh, we're gonna get the thrones. So like yeah, Lolo Santiago +2/+2. Discover 2 clues to your location. Spent X resources. Gain 4
4
resources.
money. Wow. That's so
Oh my
much money.
god. Delilah O'Rourke. Yep.
Do 2 damage.
4
or
damage
4
instead.
damage if it's exhausted. That seems really
Yeah,
good.
that seems pretty good.
Just walk around with saw, shotgun.
Yeah. Just for what this one does, we have to see how like the Seeker one
The
compares.
secret one's the worst one in A Twist of Fate.
So like this probably that probably should be 3 experience exceptional, just because it's like pretty.
This probably
good.
shouldn't be printed.
No, but it is going to be printed. We're going to print all these cards one day.
Oh fuck. Oh.
All right, Chuck Fergus, 4 fewer resources, plus
Plus
4.
4.
If this
Good
counts, you
numbers.
choose 4. I think for simplicity, it would say like it does say printed numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
yeah.
tells me
Numbers.
numerals.
Yeah. All right, and the Seeker one is longevity injection. Your investigator and ally assets you control have +1 health. That is a lot less strong than the rogue one, and it's also a lot less cool.
For once.
Yeah, Bryn's like ship it,
Let's go.
print it, ship it, it's it. I think this card's really cool and really fun. I also think it's like the rogue one is
Broken.
busted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just play, what's his name? The Doctor. Instantly.
Oh yeah.
Just keep the level 0 and be like, I'm going to stab you.
Yeah, we only also looked at rogue ones. We never looked at like literally every other ally in the game because like
Yeah, 'cause
this
it's level 2.
Yeah, it's level 2. Yeah.
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 Wow, that seems fun just to see what it could all be.
I mean, B-Cop seems like not great because
Yeah.
it takes 2 damage to do 2
Yeah.
damage. That's whatever.
But you can
He's got
take
6
6.
health.
It
but-
is like it is true because like it's kind of fun where like stuff like that like balances
Yeah.
out, right? But like I think the health and sanity becomes really problematic too when you're able to double those numbers. Because then, like, they die, and you just, like, move a new one over, right? And it's just, like...
Well,
it comes
about the black cat. He'll never die, even more.
Yeah, I mean, like the red glove man sets 2. You're not. No, he doesn't because it's when he comes
Comes
to
in
play.
play.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Michael Lee. Oh, my God.
+2.
+2/+2.
Maximum of 6 evidence.
Place two resources on him. Spend 2 evidence, deal +2 damage. So you get, like, a brute force.
That's pretty alright.
All right, let's get to. We want to see Black Cat. Anna Caslow, 4 additional tarot slots.
Let's go.
Soaks for 2 and 2. All right, so Black Cat becomes 6 and 6. It's 1 direct damage. They turn into -2s, but that turns into a +10.
That's kind of silly.
It's kind of silly. Oh my. All right, Bryn. You can attach 1 sled dog to it. That seems awful, actually, because you have to exhaust. No, because it's X. So, up to 4 sled dogs take up a single ally slot.
That seems good.
No, it doesn't do anything, actually. It just gives them 4 health, double the health.
Yeah, but like if up to 4 sled dogs take up 1 ally slot,
You
this
just-
is like
You just need this.
this is better than that Rod of Animalism because one, it's not an item; it can't be turned off when you're a
Yeah.
fucking snake or whatever, and you just start with different play.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you're Leo Anderson
I
because
I somehow
not?
completely missed the permanent thing. That's
Yeah.
insane.
that is pretty wild,
Yeah.
right?
I love how it's upgraded, though. The flavor on that is insane. I love the upgrade. How
do
it,
like the
like,
upgrade,
how it
too.
researches. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
started strong and then we just kind of went off the rails about the actual
It was,
upgrades.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, let's keep this going with Eagle Eye 362. This is an unsanctioned expedition. This is a 0-cost event. It's from the Rogue and Seeker class, attached to your current location. As a reaction, when you successfully investigate attached location, gain 1 resource. If you succeed it by 2 or more, gain 1 additional resource. Force, when an investigator fails the skill test while investigating the attached location, search your bonded cards for mysterious benefactor and spawn attached at the attached location, then discard unsanctioned expedition. And we got a little bonded weakness here, a guy saying hello. 322 Hunter, prey most clues. Forced, when a mysterious benefactor attacks you, place 1 of your clues on your location. If you cannot, discard an asset instead.
This guy should be an avatar
You should, yeah.
because everybody should be neurolethic.
Yeah, everyone, they all should be, yeah.
Yeah.
This feel, I don't know why this feels like it should be cost 1 and be fast.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I
I
think
don't really have a good explanation for it, but I just like I feel it.
that's
you
just
know?
that's just like what your gut is telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a card that, reading this, I'd be like, why would I want this? And then I saw someone played in a 4-player game on a location. We get so much value, and I'm like, oh, that's why you want to play this, right? I think this card is actually like flavorful. I think it hits both of them, right? Like both of like, maybe not on the design, but on like the flavor of it. And I think it's pretty playable. I agree, the 1 and fast seems like what it should be, right? And then like you play this in 3 or 4 players on like a 6 or 8 clue location, and it's like you go to the moon.
When you play on in a multiplayer, like, are you the only one who can get the resources? Because it doesn't give the ability to the location.
As printed, probably yes. So like,
But like when anybody fails a skill test while investigating, you lose it.
yeah, like because shortcut 2 says anyone can activate this ability, right? I think that's, or does the location?
Shortcut gives it to
gives
the
it to
location.
The location. I think there's cards that specify, yeah, like it has to be anyone can use it if that's the case. I feel like the flavor of this one is that like everyone is able to use it.
I also think that's what it is intended to be, but
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that's how it works. It's printed.
You could just have like all you just have to do is like the location gains this, and then like you don't even need to have like the forced thing be on the location. That just lives on the card.
Yeah, I would just play this while you're going into Joseph Meager's house. Like, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
No, it would. They'd have to reword the forced one because, as it said, if anyone can do it, it's like it has to be attached to the person playing it because Mysterious Benefactor isn't in other people's bonded cards.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Huh. I think we're seeing a battle of like flavor v function here for how the game works, but I'm gonna just like give it the benefit of the doubt of like how it feels like it should be played, and not worry about the.
Well, just
Arkham
you
Horror.
just say when an investigator successfully investigates the location, that investigator gains a resource. If they succeed by 2 or more, they gain an additional resource. And then you get to pick whether they get it or not. It's a reaction.
Yeah. No. No. No.
This is only for me.
Another thing too I like is that prey actually matters on this card because you spawn them at the location. So like he actually will go after the person with the most clues, which
Wild.
is good. Prey actually matters for
Yeah,
once.
good job on that one.
Yeah. All right, let's keep this going with Tech Oatmeal. I just have to say, before when I was putting this together, I noticed that you have me as the expansion icon, so that gets points for me as well.
Nice.
This one might get my crown just because I feel like that's a bribe that worked. All right, we got Marie Tyler Stark. This is Proxy Test Taker, 3 cost, 2 experience in the Survivor class.
Wow.
Ally Criminal Illicit Miskatonic. Sorry, Preston. Soaks for 1 and 2. Takes up the ally slot as an action. If not attached to location, spend 2 resources. Attach Marie Tyler Stark to your location. You may trigger the following ability from any location. As lightning bolt exhausts Marie Tyler Stark, investigate Marie Tyler Stark's attached location with a base skill of 5. Attached location gains action, gain control of Marie Tyler Stark. Any investigator may trigger this ability. 4. Treat this location as if there's an investigator here. If a ready enemy is at this location at the end of the enemy phase, deal its damage and horror to Marie Tyler Stark. Interesting. So it's kind of like a living skeleton key in a way, right?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you could probably lose the forced thing, and it would probably be like pretty, like action neutral, right? Like I think like the thing at the bottom is like flavorfully kind of cool, but I don't know like how much the card actually needs it for like balance level. Because like I mean like yeah, you get to exhaust with her once a turn, but you have to spend like 2 actions. You can't like really compress it in the way that you can with Skeleton Key. So I think like that's pretty.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I understand what they're trying to do. They want it to be so you can't just like set it somewhere and then screw off and never think about it again and get all the clues off there for free. Like you set up a barricade or whatever and you just live in your little island while she gets all the clues.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be clearer to say like at the end of the enemy phase, if there's an enemy and no investigators here, you discard her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something like
Or
that.
just swallow her up. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to care a little bit about hunter enemies. Like you can, she'll get clues for you, but you can't go too far.
Mm-hmm.
As printed, I think this is like not very good.
Yeah, it's because
Just pay 5 resources.
Yep. To get your first investigate, and then you have to spend like 2. And you have to pay 7 resources to get like
Another
location. Yeah. And like 2 actions on top of that.
Yeah, you could. I think you could just drop the resource cost from that.
Yep.
It'd be okay.
Yeah. Just attach her.
It's also if you want to move her, you have to like have a free ally slot.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. There's like the closest. I mean, apart from Skeleton Key, the closest equivalent to this is like the Summon Servitor, and he gets to investigate at 4, but he also gets to move. And you have to put more experience into him, and he's pretty like fine. So I think that like even she could be pushed a little bit more. I think, and I think like dropping the 2 is probably a nice place to start.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this should be a rogue card as well.
Survivor Rogue.
Yeah, like, I mean, not in Survivor, you drop the, anybody be able to pick her up and just you.
I mean, I think I like this. I think the Survivor works for like the base skill of 5. That feels more Survivor than Rogue to me.
Yeah, rogue gets it, though. Like Triggerman?
Triggerman, yeah.
You haven't got with book yet, but they do get that kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
And that would make, like, the resource thing cost, like, let you put her down, pick her up for free, and then it's like spend a resource for the investigate.
Yeah.
I feel like this is red mostly because of the anyone can gain control of her, similar to the pitchfork and the hatchet. But other than that, it's not really a red card. So the only red card, cards that let you investigate with a set.
There's the
skill,
cats.
it's the cats.
There's the Trial Under Fire as well.
Oh yeah, trial by fire. Yeah.
Trial by Fire. Yeah.
That was a little bit
No,
different. I
Trial
don't like
Under
sets
Fire
your
is a
skills
blue
to it
card.
though.
Pardon?
Trial Under Fire is a blue card.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, but also like Mystics like do this too with like it's kind of like a bit of everywhere, but I think like it's like you look at it from like top to bottom to really find where it lives. So like the idea where it's like free but you have to spend resources definitely feels more rogue.
Yeah. I think the rogue flavor is a lot stronger than the survivor flavor too.
I agree.
Like a survivor probably wouldn't. I think a survivor would be more likely to, like, cram the night before or like actually cheat on the test than they are to pay someone else to take it for them.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they have no money.
Yeah,
How do they pay someone to take the test for them?
I'm saying they don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're poor as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Next one we got here is from Derby K. This is questionable funding. This is a 0 cost 2 experience seeker card. It's an asset. Miskatonic, Illicit, and Grant. Limit 1 per investigator. Forced. When questionable funding enters play, place 2 resources from the token pool on questionable funding. As a reaction, after you play another illicit or criminal card, place 2 resources from the token pool on questionable funding. After you successfully investigate, move 1 resource from questionable funding to your resource pool. All research grants come from reputable sources.
This is just Dr. Milan, but without a...
Without a book boost.
Yeah, but it also costs nothing.
No, you have to have other things to put on.
It costs 0.
It does
like
cost...
no slot.
Yeah, like, so I
Right.
think this is like a neat design. I think I don't think it's too good or anything like that. I think it's well balanced, but
I think it's
I'm
strong
struggling
for,
to figure
old,
out who.
old Finn,
Yeah, like it's good.
but
It's good for Finn, and it's good for
Like-
what's her face?
Trish.
Spot Trish. Yeah.
Trish and then whoever our
But
seeker
then those are the only people who can really play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can play it in low with like all the criminal allies, but
I
you
don't
can't
care.
put the resources on it because it's not the color you have to.
Yeah,
really play them.
you like you play
So-
you play your green one and you're like,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
finally I triggered my. No.
Yeah. No, but I think like it feels very fair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing it be like green Lalo,
Yeah.
because then we have like a payoff for actually playing illicit cards that isn't fence.
Yeah.
Isn't just fence anyway.
I mean, I think it's just a green
Which would be
card.
fine.
If you're gonna do that, I think if you want to move it to green, it should be just green. Then have it be like after you successfully investigate by 2.
Yeah. I think a 2 experience even just after you successfully investigate is fine.
Yeah, green is normally.
I mean,
good
well,
reward
no,
just
so you
for
know, you
doing things.
do after you successfully investigate or evade. I mean, even if you successfully evade an enemy, you get some money too.
Questionable Fine doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really fit into that flavor though.
No.
You can have it just cost 1 experience and have you succeed by 2.
I mean, it could also
You can
just
ha-
be like whenever you discover 1 or more clues, like gain that many,
Yeah.
or move that many from questionable funding to your resource pool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As it stands, I
That's
think it's a well designed card. It doesn't
Yeah.
fit anywhere really. It's like an awkward place. There's very few people who could play it.
Mm-hmm.
Play it in Harvey to thin your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, just we call it like a Bryn's Madhouse, which is just like slotless Harvey, just every
He's just,
slotless
he's just
card.
trying to sit there and die to thrice damned curiosity. Like, cool, I'll take 3 in one direct horror, shuffle this back into my deck. Oh,
I did it again. All right, next card here we got from Kyle 2. So I was told that's how you pronounce the name, so because I didn't know last time. So because there's apparently another Kyle, so this guy's Kyle 2. Just a little bit of a flair on it. This is the Merchant of Secrets. This is a level 0 permanent in the Secret class. Limit 1 per deck. Purchase a deck creation. It's a connection Miskatonic Illicit. Forced. After you spend experience to upgrade a Seeker card to a research version, exile that card and add up to 2 copies of an illicit or criminal card of the same level or lower to your deck, ignoring deck building restrictions on your investigator card. Card exile this way may not be repurchased. As a reaction, after skill test on an illicit card you control begins, exhaust Merchant of Secrets. This test uses book instead of the skill indicated for that action.
that's kind of neat.
That is neat, but like very dangerous, I think.
Wait, so next thing you're gonna tell me that like ignoring color restrictions is like possibly problematic in the future?
Yeah. Yeah, it's me, Rex Murphy, with like Lola Santiago in my deck or whatever.
They don't
She
care.
knows it,
Like,
criminal?
does that make him
No.
more?
She's the, I don't think she is. I think she's just a human like us.
Would that make him more broken?
The same level or
Probably
lower
not.
your deck. So you can get like 4 at the most.
Well, can we get for 4?
For 4?
Yeah, because that's like the highest level of research cards.
Typewriter, Beretta,
Not Queen Sneak.
no, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Fake credentials, shotgun,
That's 5.
Chuck.
five.
Oh, it's 5? Then
Yeah.
that's it.
I mean, that's like kind of ass. What do we get for 3?
You do get Delilah, which, I mean, you kind of want to be, I mean, in the rogue class. I mean, Seeker has good
There's
economy.
no skill test on that, though.
No.
Yeah, okay.
You could get Joey the Rat in your Kate Winthrop deck, so then you can be like, I'll
Draw,
play my stupid cards.
Draw my clues, yeah.
Okay. Like, this just seems like a way for Seekers to eat into Rogue's Pie.
Dude, they've been doing it for years.
Well, yeah, but this gets over the hump of how you can't fight very well and you reuse the weapons, but like now you just can't because you use book instead of whatever they want you to use. Right?
No?
Deck size increase, underworld market.
Dude, your imagine your Seeker is like Harvey and he just roll around with like a Switchblade.
I mean-
Switchblade's illicit, right?
Switchblade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah,
run off
pretty
his
much.
level
I
2
think
Switchblade,
every,
like cutting people up with
I
his
think every
book.
green weapon is illicit, except for like maybe the piano wire. I want to say, like the guns definitely all are.
Yeah.
It's just normal. Everyone gets that.
Yeah, it's just piano wire wrapped around 2 lengths of dowel.
Yeah. It's like a neat idea, but it shouldn't exist.
This card feels like this card feels illegal, which is kind of like how I feel like the vibes of like, you know, like factually I exist, but I'm also like technically illegal, in like the Miskatonic Illicit flavor. I do agree that like there's definitely a lot of risk with this card. I think the concept is cool, but as Bryn was saying earlier, there's nothing bad can happen when you
No.
break the color pie, right? It's not like
No, it's like repeatable graveyard recursion.
it's not it's never
it's
a
fine.
problem.
It's
It's
never
never
a
it's
problem.
never an
His
issue.
Never.
brand would ensure that you would never get any cool illicit or criminal cards ever again. If
Dude,
they
that's
did, they would
fine.
get
We're
tabooed
already
into oblivion.
We're already there.
Yeah.
Every time there's something cool that you then like
Yeah.
vaguely good you can do with green cards, it's like, oh no, you can't do that anymore because yellow can do it better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this seems like a card that they would
It's the
print
rules.
and then they'd be like, we gotta taboo this,
We
like,
fucked up.
yeah, like a few days later, but. Or they'll just taboo all the. Can you imagine? Because of Merchant of Secrets, we're gonna taboo all criminal and illicit cards out of the game because they're just doing too much broken stuff. Alright. What do we got next from Arse Kicker? This is Pilfered Genius. This is a 2-cost rogue asset, Miskatonic Illicit. It takes up an arcane slot. As additional cost to play Pilfered Genius, deal 2 direct horror to an ally or another investigator location. Uses 3 charges. An action, spend 1 charge, investigate. Set your base book value to 5 of this test. If you succeed, discover an additional clue at this location. The upgraded version is 5 experience. Okay. As additional cost to play Pilfered Genius, deal X direct horror to another ally or investigator where X cannot be greater than their remaining sanity. Uses X plus 1 charges. Spend a charge, set your base value, your book value to 6 for this test. If you succeed, to discover 2 additional clues at this location.
Alright, so I'm not saying that I would kill you for like 2 extra clues.
Uh-huh.
But like, man, you wouldn't have a lot of sanity left.
Do you
No,
think?
I wouldn't have a lot of sanity
I would
left.
expect you to do the exact same thing back to me.
Yeah, I don't think you can do direct horror to allies. But
Yeah, I don't think you can. There is a card
You
that
definitely
does
can
that.
because there's like that arrows from the trees or whatever.
Yeah.
That does like one direct damage to everything you have with printed health.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
I like this better as like I've got to kill you though.
yeah. I'd let you sacrifice me for
Like,
level 2
I mean,
deductions.
that's-
like,
yeah, that's
I'll
wild,
bring
right?
like someone. What's the highest sanity
But
investigator?
it's not just level
like
2
9, right?
deductions. Like if you're Trish, you can do that and level 2 deductions.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like this.
And you get to investigate base book value of 6, and like you get fucking 5 clues if you clues if you succeed.
If this,
insane.
Pretty wild.
I would love if this card existed for us to do a run where like you kill me every scenario with this to see if we can keep up pace with one investigator down.
But it gets worse every time you do it.
Oh, that's right, it does because I get the
we'll
trauma.
We'll play four-handed.
Yep.
We'll just have guy.
We'll just bring somebody who's like like 5'9".
Yeah.
Just kill them. Like cool.
I'll retire my character.
Right.
I'll just retire my character each scenario. Bring in a new one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like I'm running out of 9 sanity investigators, guys.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah. This is also with the assumption that you can actually kill the person too, because that's how this started. You can't actually kill them because it can't be greater.
Yeah, but
it can be greater.
equal.
Oh no, you can still equal.
Yeah.
You can be equal.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be able to kill them, but you also probably
Why
be
not?
able to. Because like
It's a cooperative game.
Yeah, they just.
You wouldn't just do that to your teammates.
I just never told you which side I was cooperating.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's,
yeah,
it's
I'm
fine.
working with the moon beast. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen how big that lizard is? I don't think we can kill that.
Actually, he's very easy to kill, Bryn. Just he's just pouring the juice in my ear. No, I think we got this. It's pretty manageable.
It's probably like a ritual as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why not?
Well,
Yeah,
it
it's
is like
impossible to find
it's
anyway,
pretty
so.
obviously magic. Like
Yeah, and you're all doing a ritual. You're pouring something in someone's ear.
I think you're sucking it out.
Yeah, gravity probably has no.
Yeah, you're
effect
extracting
on-
it. Yeah.
It's like a straight line too. It's not like pouring. It's like
Um,
going into the thing.
I actually like
Also, the guy on the ground does not look like he's getting genius.
no.
He's definitely the guy losing it.
Finally, another thing you can do with your medical students.
Yes.
I don't know how much I actually like the effect on the card. I think the flavor is really fun, but
Agreed.
I
It
don't
is
think
like boring and just very, very good.
It seems,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like maybe too good.
yeah.
Just have to succeed by at least X on there, and boom, maybe you get a. That's a green thing. Actually, you have to spend charge, you exhaust it, and then if you succeed by 2, you either get an extra clue or you get to ready it, and if you succeed by 4, you get both.
Wow, there we go. Boom, rogue.
Or like the level 5, you just get an extra clue every time, and then you get a second additional clue, or you get to ready it.
Boom, rogue card.
Let's go.
It's so easy to design rogue cards.
Yeah, I mean, it is
You
actually
just
really
design
easy.
another
All you
card,
do
slap
is,
succeed by X on it, and you're
yeah.
like, I'm done.
All you do is make sure it's bad,
Yeah.
and then ship it.
Rogue is
Yeah.
good cards.
All right.
Sometimes.
Good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes they miscalculate.
More often than not now.
Let's see what's the next one here. From Beard, this is Cadaver Delivery. This is a 0 cost, 3 experience, illicit Miskatonic task, fast. Play when an enemy or ally asset your location is defeated. Gain 1 resource plus 1 resource for each trait on the defeated card. If an enemy was defeated, discover 1 clue from your location. If an asset was defeated, shuffle that asset back into your deck.
Gain 1 resource plus 1 resource. Enemy was defeated. I think if there's an ally for 3 experience, this could like be protecting the Anarike and return the ally to your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this could probably be like lower in experience level.
Yeah, for what it does, this is like a 1 experience card.
Yeah. If it returned the ally to your hand, that would be that would pop a little bit.
Yeah, that's like a 3 experience card if you get it back. This should also definitely be a science card because then
That is science.
it is science. I guess you're not. Well, I mean, what they're doing with the body is. So it's like Cadaver
furthering
Delivery.
Human knowledge of science.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. So like the effect implies that like you're researching it or whatever.
Yeah, you're selling. I think, or yeah, you're selling the body to somebody, or like giving the body to like a
Yeah,
like
like
a
Like a
the
medical-
Miskatonic
yeah,
University.
We're selling a medical student to a medical university.
Yeah,
I found this.
I think like honestly, if I would love to play this in like if this was not 3 experience. I mean, I love to play this in just like anyone who can fight and kill things. So that's why I would like it to be lower too. And if it was like because like
There's something about this that just seems a little bit off to me.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fair. Selling people's bodies is like
No, not that.
generally
Like,
viewed
so it's
as
a
like
delivery.
undesirable.
You're not selling it. You're just taking the body somewhere. So like somebody pays you to do it. But then, so you get a resource for each trait, and then
Yeah, but
if it
they're
cares about being an enemy or an ally, which like kind of implies that you were researching it or like investigating the body in some way, but that's not. You're just delivering it. You know?
No, I think you are. I think you are selling the body because that's where like you're selling it.
You get the money for selling it, okay, but then what's the clue? And like, why do you get the ally?
I don't get the clue or the ally getting back.
The
I don't
ally's
get that
definitely
part
'cause
of
you
it.
clone them.
Yeah, but like if the flavor, you cut out that bottom bit, it's definitely like the selling the body to the Miskatonic and it's like under the table,
I
right?
found this fish man. Would you like to cut up? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those
Here's
before.
$3.
This is like, I found this dog. Would you like to cut this up? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we'll take it.
I found this medical student. Were you here like 2 days ago with a different medical student? Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
I think just like
Well, or not.
the kind of the issue going to like this card is that I think just like crack the case, like it's a very similar kind of thing. Is just like better. Yeah.
No, agreed. I think this should just be like a green money event.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it like pays based on the health that the enemy had or the ally had or whatever.
I like the flavor of the trait though because it's like more interesting, so they pay more for it.
Yeah,
But,
honestly, like I would dump the ally clause and then have this be green like one experience. Like that'd be good. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's good.
What were you gonna say?
I just like that. I think the trait thing's fun. Like it has like that
Yes.
flavor of like the creature's more interesting, so they pay more for it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would love to see more like trait-based designs, at least like just explored a little bit. And like
No,
that.
you see, this guy had Drifter.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Do you want
I
this
put his
body?
brain into a
No.
jar for things.
All right. What do we got next? We got from Deuterium. This is Manuel Lefay. Manuel Lefay. 3
It's
cost.
Manuel.
3 experience. Ally slot. Ally Miskatonic Illicit. Sucks for 2 and 2 from the Rogue and Seeker class. You get +1 book and +1 foot. Damage and horror can only be assigned to Manuel Lefay when he is ready. As liability, you can exhaust him and place one of your clues on another location with a higher shroud, gain 2 resources, and draw 2 cards. As a reaction, if you successfully evade an enemy, exhaust him. You may ready that enemy to discover 2 clues of your location, and he cannot ready for the remainder of the round.
This art is a mystic guy. You can tell because there's smoke coming out of his book.
That is usually a surefire way to determine if something's a
he's
mystic.
just
Yeah.
dropped a
The
save.
art is green and yellow, I understand.
It does,
but
yeah.
There's smoke coming out of his book.
Honestly, let's throw some, like throw purple on there, give him the witch trait or warlock,
Just like
and we're
slap
golden.
sorcerer on there.
Yeah.
Yellow gets sorcerers or whatever sometimes.
They get everything. They get,
Yeah.
yeah.
You get a little bit of everything in there.
All right, now I'm going to
Swear
actually
good.
comprehend the card after reading it.
Yeah.
+1 book and +1 foot. And damage and horror can only be assigned when he is ready. I like that. Lightning bolt, place one clues in another location with a higher shroud, gain 2 resources, and draw 2 cards. That seems pretty good. Successfully evade an enemy, exhaust me, you'll fail. You cannot ready me. Discover 2 clues of your location. So then he's like frozen if you do that. I mean, it's neat. I like the concept of like this guy a lot.
Seems really, really good for 3 experience. This.
Yeah, no, it has to be 3 because it's a Seeker Rogue card. It'll get tabooed up to 5. Like we've been here before. We've seen this happen.
Yeah, I know.
Like Deuterium is just following the script. Like they know how this stuff works for the taboo list. I mean, yeah, I think this guy is like give him like 3 and 3, or even like give him a 2 and 2. Even I think like he's just like the classic old 5 experience ally. It gives you 2 stat boosts.
He could be probably 3 if you just like strip the stat boost and the damage and horror can only be assigned.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe gain 2 resources or draw 2 cards because like man, if you're playing clue drop with this guy, like you're just balling, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Clue drop's no good. There's no way to make that tempo back up.
Yeah, definitely not by gaining 2 resources and drawing 2 cards when you do it.
Yeah.
No.
Also, just like it's like so easy. Even if you're not in clue drop, it's just like you can practically like buy clues if you're not like trying to like if you're just trying to like actually do it. It's so easy. I mean,
Yeah.
you can just buy clues.
Yeah.
I like the design of him a lot though. Like I think like the numbers should be tweaked, but I like the concept of this guy. He seems like he'd be pretty fun to play
I
with.
do like the evadey thing.
Yeah. I like
Though it is like really, really good.
Mhm.
Cards like actually insane and Finn.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Here's our last card from Julia. This is a 4-cost, 2 experience. Miskatonic Connection, illicit asset in the secret class, Orne's Folly. This is a campus speakeasy. Uses 3 rounds. As an action, exhaust Orne's Folly and spend 1 round. Investigate your location. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues normally, choose 2 different real locations up to 2 connections away. Discover a clue at each of those locations. If no non-human enemies engaged are with you, this is also a parlay action.
We can play this in Alessandra? Let's go.
This includes one should 2 locations. Discover each of those locations. That's like pretty fine, I think. If no non-humanoid enemies are engaged or if no non-humanoid enemies engaged are with you, this is also part of the action. That is like definitely some Arkham 2nd Edition shit.
This is actually something that I recently I was like, you can't. I was playing a custom campaign and I was like, you can't, like, not like double negatives are just like find a, like, you have to phrase it in a way that's like a single, you know. It's just or like drop it because it's just like your like brain's like what. I think also it's pretty reasonable. I think 4 might be a bit much for it. But I mean, like I guess it's kind of on par with Fingerprint Kit then, right? Because you gotta have
it's fingerprint. It's like a reduced Sixth Sense with useless, which is pretty reasonable for 2 experience, I think.
Yeah.
I just like that this can interact with like the stubborn detective or the silver twilight cultist. Like they show up and they're like, I got you, and you're like, you want to have a drink actually?
Yeah.
No one on humanoid.
So if like, so basically like it's if you if you only have humanoid enemies,
it's only humanoid enemies, you can just like sit down for a drink and then be like, cool, let's kill each other.
Yeah.
But you can be engaged to non-humanoid enemies as long as they're not with you. So like you're like, you can use this if you're Luke and you're investigating at another location with it.
It's not an event though.
Yeah, that's okay. 2 locations away.
Wild Russell appears.
Oh, hey Russ. No, the door was
No
open.
non-humanoid enemies engaged or with you. There's gotta be a typo.
No, it's just like the new format.
No, it can't. No.
Yeah.
No, I'll quit
because that's
playing.
gonna be how Fox Mask is gonna be. It's like if,
No, I'm gonna quit playing if the reading the cards gives me like a brain aneurysm.
if you left a location with no enemies engaged that are with you.
No.
Unless you're engaged with a non-humanoid enemy, this is also a parlay action.
Yeah. Then we got rid of our double negative. I also love the gusto. Like this is like it's such an Arkham thing to like have the text be round. It works well for the flavor, but it also is like such an Arkham thing to use like a word that already exists somewhere else in the game to denote a different thing that word means. So like kudos to that. That usually happens quite a bit. All right, should we get to our crowns? We have 3 that we're gonna give out. We're each gonna give out 1 of them. Let me get this so you guys can. Here, I'll second mine.
I'm still sucking an asshole.
Almost in the video, but you don't come screw it up.
Or like, get up here and show them your butthole or whatever.
Yeah, you have to do 1 of the 2.
Come give us something to look at while we deliberate. Yeah, come on up.
All right.
Come on, Russell.
You can do it.
Get your fat ass up here.
No?
Okay.
Whatever.
Hello, Russell. You just want face rubs? Okay. Back up to the top. Maybe I make this bigger.
No deal.
I picked the 5th one in.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, there we go, buddy.
Yeah, the last one is like pretty good, but
Travis, your crown is going to Cameron D for academic ghostwriting.
yeah, one's really neat. It's a really clean, interesting design. I think that's it's not like inherently broken. It's really neat. I also really like that last one by Julia, in spite of the
double
like
negative,
ten-
yeah.
in spite of
awkward
that
template.
like last line
Yeah.
that was like custom Arkham Second Edition. If you have an axe, do other thing instead. But also, this is a parlay, so like certain investigators can play
Hi,
it.
buddy.
So
Hello.
that one's really cool on the side too, I think.
Hi.
You know, I think I like the academic ghostwriting, but we're gonna give it to the Frankenstein mess one.
What?
This one, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, different folder. Okay.
Specifically the green upgrade.
Sure, hell yeah.
Sure, man.
All right, so then that goes to this one's apparently smaller.
This is
Look at
like
that.
100%. Like this is a green card they would print, and then like 1 month later be like, you're not allowed to play with that.
They would never
anymore.
print this.
So congratulations to Okrai for your win, and for my crown. I think I'm gonna go with this one. For Eagle Eye 362, for the one with the mysterious benefactor. I think like we had to like it needs some tweaking for like the format of like it infecting everybody, like everyone benefits from it because the downside benefit like affects everybody. And I think with all that in mind, this is a card that, again, as I said, it's intriguing, and like I feel like we would have a review and we would write it off, and then one of us would play it and we'd be like, wait a minute. Like it would be like Map the Area, where we're like, yeah, this is fine, and it's like probably playable but not all the time, and then someone plays it and we're like, wait a minute, this is actually like pretty good.
Actually kind of sick.
Yeah, and I think I like that for the design. I think that's a good thing, and I think the flavor on the like the little four-fingered man was also kind of fun.
Something that also I noticed about both yours and mine that I think are really interesting is that we really appreciate like interesting economy options. It's really refreshing to like have options for your economy that aren't just like I gain 3 resources or I investigate and I get 2 resources. Things are slightly stronger, and like even if they give you a hoop to jump through or whatever.
Like in the terms of like academic ghostwriting, kind of change the nature of the game a bit, right?
Yeah, like it's economy, but also enables some other neat things, though like it doesn't actually do anything, you know?
Yeah. Sweet. All right. Well, congratulations again. We have one of these going on the Discord right now. Can I remember what the challenges were? One was to make a card that synergizes with creature assets, but not just sled dogs. Was one of the challenges. I actually put that in brackets.
Okay.
I forget what the other one was. So if you have ideas for this, come cook. Let me see what the other one was. Okay. It was... Oh yeah, design a card that cares about even or odd cost cards. Or both. So that'll be kind of fun.
Hopefully get some bark from the and such stuff.
Yeah. I just want to see like the Baku or Gren and just like something that just breaks it wide open. Just because, you know, they always do. There's always going to be one. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you all very soon for another one. Huge thank you to all our patrons for supporting the channel. And a huge thank you to you for watching. And to everyone who submitted a card for this challenge. You all rock, and we love seeing your designs. Have a good one, and as always, a GG's.